Who is this handsome devil? That's what you're thinking. Jason finally went and got himself a haircut, guys. Whew. So, today I am doing my first giveaway. Now, I'm reviewing the Zenea Ula Diver. I've got the obsidian black one in, but Jason, the gent who runs Zenea, he sent a few caps in also for me to give away to you guys. Now I have one red cap and one black cap to give away on the channel today. I will tell you exactly how to get them at the end of the video. So please watch the video first and then I'll tell you, don't go skipping to the end. But yeah, big fan of these hats. This is going to serve me very well on the golf course this year. It's not going to make me any better. Nothing can do that. But you know, at least I'll lose in style. Anyway, back to the watches. So Zenea are a new micro brand and this is their first offering. This is the Zenea Ula Diver. And I'm going to tell you now, it's fantastic. It's a little bit more expensive than your average micro brand watch, but it's definitely worth it. So let me turn this camera around and let's get into this review. So guys, this is Zenea's Ula Diver, and what a watch to start your watchmaking heritage with. Hopefully they develop a heritage because I definitely want to see much more from them. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely gorgeous. So let me talk to you about what makes this watch so impressive to me. But first, I'll let you know the price. These are $759 at the moment. Now, I completely understand that is not in everybody's budget. However, it does definitely deserve that type of value. It is built very well. So this is the Obsidian Black model. They have a few different colored dials. They have a white, a blue, a meteorite, and a yellow. The yellow is called the Hornet, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll just put a picture up just here for you to see. That would be the one that I would pick if I was to go after one of these. This one isn't staying with me. It is being sent back or being sent on to another reviewer for Zenea. I've spent about 2.5 weeks with this and I have enjoyed every single moment with it. It's just brilliant. I've had it at the same time as the Christopher Ward C60 Trident Pro 600, and between those two, it's very hard to pick on a daily basis on which one to wear. So I put them both into my watch roll and took them into work and wore them daily, switching between the two. So this is a 41mm diameter watch. It wears very well on wrist. It is 12.7mm thick, 47.8mm lug to lug. However, we do have slightly protruding male end links here, which brings it up to 50mm. They do curve very nicely to the wrist and they fit quite well on wrist. So I wouldn't play too much into those male end links. It does wear very much like a sub 50mm lug to lug watch. These lugs are 20mm lugs, and we've also been supplied with a Zenea leather band. I will show you that later on in the review. Now, they use a term on the website that I think is very apt for this watch. It is Swiss powered, built with Canadian soul, and I couldn't put it any better myself. In fact, I think that's probably going to be my title. It is packed with an ETA 2824 movement, and I don't think I need to tell you how good that movement is. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a very well-renowned Swiss movement. It's a 28,800 beats per hour movement, so we do have a really nice smooth sweep on that second hand. Now, moving into the watch itself, it's built in 316L stainless steel, and we have a mixture of finishing. On the side, we have some really nice quality polish. On the top end of the lugs, we have some really nice brushing, lineal brushing towards the bracelet, and it plays in very well to the bracelet also. We have some chamfered edges along the side that give the case a little bit of curvature, a little bit of elegance to it. Over to this side, we have the crown guards, which are quite angular and come to triangular waypoints. In between, we have a screw down queen edge crown. Now, it fits very snugly to the case. The movement feels really, really nice in action. Very nice, actually. You can tell the quality in the movement. You really can. As I say, screw down crown. Sits very nicely in between those crown guards. And we have a signed crown also. You can see the Zenea Hourglass logo on the side there. All polished on this side of the casing. One thing that really did impress me out of the box with this watch is the quality in the finishing. Now, it's a very hard thing to explain on a watch, the quality of finish. It's the lines in the brushing, the polish, the feel of the polish. It's just a different level on certain watches, and this one really does have it. As you can see to the bottom end of the lugs here, really, really lovely brushing. Very nicely brushed in a linear fashion. And the polishing on those chamfered edges is just fantastic also. As we move to the case back of this watch, it is a screw down case back. We have a very nice decoration on the back there. We have some heraldic dolphins. They symbolize the continuity of time and the never-ending cycle of it. And in the center there, we have the Zenea Hourglass, which is again very nice. It's very nicely embossed onto the case back here. We do have some information around the outer edge of the case back also. As I say, screw down case back, screw down crown, as you would expect from a dive watch. Now let's talk about how fantastic this bezel here looks. This obsidian black colorway shares the same bezel with 3 of the other color options, and let me tell you now, I think this black ceramic bezel with the white markings is absolutely gorgeous. You can tell that they've used some really high quality materials in this watch, and it really does come across when it's in person with you. So this is a coin edge bezel. It's 120 click. It's a unidirectional bezel, as you would expect again from a dive watch, but there's pretty much, I mean, in fact, there's no play in it. No play at all. It's rock solid. It's absolutely fantastic. No bounce. It's what you'd expect from this type of price point. Yeah, it's brilliant. And the way that it reflects the light is just absolutely gorgeous. We have a sapphire, flat sapphire crystal in this one. It does have a little bit of AR coating. You may be able to see it there as I reflect the light a little bit. Now, altogether, this watch is provided with a 300-meter water resistance rating, which I think is very, very suitable for a dive watch. Obviously, that's what we're going for, but it does have a very nice sport type of aesthetic to it also. Let's move into this dial here. We have a very, very lovely flat black dial that accents that very reflective black bezel very well. The contrast between the flat and gloss type of finishes. Now, the dial is surrounded by this very lovely black chaptering. We have red square markers at the 5-minute intervals. We have white markings on the minute markings, which helps with aligning the time as well as the actual aesthetics of the watch itself, because we don't have a minute track around the dial of this one. It's only on the chaptering. Now, the indices on this watch are applied. They have a very nice polish effect, stainless steel type of effect borders on them. They are loomed, very well loomed actually. I will get to that also. We have these pointed batons at the hour markers with a Arabic numeral at the 12 and 6. I really do like to see Arabic numerals on a dial. This really does give me a feeling of the Tag Heuer Formula 1 dial, the one that I have, and I'm a big fan of that. I do like the way that they really do contrast to the rest of the dial, the rest of the markings. Over at the 3 o'clock we have a half index, which is accompanied by the date window. It is a white date window with a very thin font date on there. Up at the 12 o'clock we have the Zenea logo applied to the dial with the Zenea print below it. Just above this 6 o'clock mark we have the Ula Diver print, followed by automatic 300 meters, which signifies that water resistance. And the all important print either side of that 6 o'clock, Swiss made, as you can see there. That is really where a lot of the value in this watch is. A Swiss-made product is just a premium above pretty much any other. You can tell the quality in a Swiss-made item, you really can. Now moving on to the handset, we have a sword style handset here, very bold sword style handset actually. It's filled with lume as you would expect with a stainless steel border. The real standout of the handset is this lollipop second hand in a very bright red effect. That goes well with the markings on the chapter ring that I pointed out earlier. It really does give a little bit of pop to the dial, a little bit of colour to it. In fact, I really do like the red accents throughout the dial. It goes very well against the black and white. I think that's really, really well played by Zenea. It's very subtle, yet really does add a lot to the design of it. Now, this being a dive watch, we are expecting a good lume signature, and I don't think we'll be disappointed here. We have a fully lumed bezel as well as fully lumed indices. Let me just turn these lights off and we can get a little look at it. So as you can see, the lume is quite nice already. Now I'm just going to give it a little bit of a charge and see where we get to here. Now, as you can see, a really nice lume signature on this one. The lume is actually quite well applied across the indices and the handset. You can't really see very much patching or anything like that on here, so I am quite happy with that lume. Really powerful lume pip up at the 12 o'clock also, and you can see the entire dive indicator on the bezel here. The 15-minute dive indicator is fully lumed also. Really nice effect from Zenea. I am quite pleased with that lume shot. So moving on into the bracelet on this watch, it is a really nice brushed effect on this. We have a H-link style bracelet. I'm a big fan of H-links because they are very, very comfortable on wrist. Solid end links as you would expect at this price range. We have screw pins on these. Give a very nice secure type of fit. However, it is double screw links and I'm not the biggest fan of double screw links. A little bit fiddly for me. As we move to the clasp on this one, you can see that the Zenea logo is etched into that. It is also fully brushed to go with the bracelet, fully brushed on the sides also. We have a really nice extension on the clasp, a ratchet extension on it. That really does aid and give you a nice fit on wrist. Now, we do have micro adjust on this one. However, they are going to move away from that. Just because it's a little bit confusing having the ratchet in effect as well as those micro adjusts. On the newer editions of this one, we will not have the micro adjust here. It'll just be a single adjustment. On the side of it, we have really nice polish, which accents it very well. Again, it does play very nicely into the actual sides of the watch along to the bracelet. This is a milled clasp and it's a really good quality feel bracelet and clasp on this one. You can tell that they haven't cheaped out on any of that. It is absolute quality. Now, we do have quick release bars on this bracelet, and that is going to aid me now because I'm going to show you the leather band on this one. First of all though, let's get a quick wrist shot in so you can see how this looks on the bracelet first. Here we go, a really, really nice comfortable fit on this one. As I say, those H-links really do aid in the comfortability of the watch. It just makes it really easy to wear and it fits the wrist very nicely. The male end links actually really do help in the wearability of it. They don't take away with that extended lug to lug. They aid in how the bracelet curves to your wrist very nicely. And this is our second option on the Zenea, the black and red leather band. Really nice quality buckle on this one. It also has the brushed finishing to it, which is nice to see it continue into. Obviously, this is to display that they actually are quite versatile. It is a dive watch, but it's a little bit versatile. You could wear this on a more dressy occasion. You could wear it out to dinner. It's definitely going to hold up to the sports activities and diving if that's what you want to take it to do. Now, this band will be included with every purchase, I believe. It accents really nicely. The red stitching really does accent nicely to the rest of the red in the dial that I pointed out earlier, which is nice to see. I'm going to swap this back onto the bracelet, and we're going to talk about that moan section. So, where did I feel like this watch could improve? Well, I have probably 2 gripes with it and 1 minor comment. The minor comment, with all of this polish on the watch, it is that I worry about its longevity. You're probably going to have to buff it out a couple of times along its lifeline. Now, my main gripes with it was the size of the crown. It's a very small crown. It's not as easy as others to get a hold of. I don't know if that's by design or I don't know, but I'm not the biggest fan of that crown. I feel like it should have probably been a little bit bigger. And secondly, this lume pip, I understand the functionality of it. However, just the look, the aesthetics of it, I feel like it looks a little bit plastic on the bezel itself. I'd probably prefer it to just be the triangle, or maybe hollow out the triangle and put the lume in the center. The lume on the bezel was actually quite good, so I don't know if they really need a more... So I don't really know if they need this pronounced lume pip. They could have just used the triangle. The one thing that really did come across in this watch is the quality of the build, and I do really believe that they're describing this correctly. It is a Swiss powered watch with a lot of Canadian soul, and I absolutely loved having this one in. So guys, that is my review of the Zenea Ula Diver. Absolutely fantastic watch. I've actually been speaking to Jason from Zenea, who produces the Zenea watches, for a little bit of a while now. Definitely pre-2021. We were talking a few months before the new year. And what really does come across is his passion for this brand and his passion for these watches. He knows he's producing something well built, and he knows that it's packed with the right materials. Now, the price is quite premium, let's be honest, but it's a premium watch. It's still a microbrand, but it's definitely a premium watch. Now, if you wanted to pick one of these up, I have their website in the description. Also, check out their Instagram page. He posts plenty of absolutely gorgeous pictures of these watches. If you want to see them in a little bit more detail, definitely check that out. Now, the giveaway. So how do you enter to pick up one of these hats? Well, I have one in black and one in red. So to get one of these really, really nice caps, I need you to leave a comment in the comment section, either black cap, red cap, and I'll pick a winner for either of them. You must be subscribed to the channel, and I will definitely be checking. And please do go and check out Zenea's website and their Instagram page to say thank you for this nice little giveaway. They didn't have to do this. This was absolutely a surprise to me. He just said it'd be really nice to give something back to the audience, and that's really generous. So please do go check their Instagram page out for me and check out the website. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.